Welcome to the Shadow Frequency, where we tune in to the strange, the unexplained, and the downright chilling. I'm Juniper, your producer, and today host Matt Wilson dives into one of America's most infamous hauntings, the Bell Witch. So settle in, turn down the lights, and let's step into the shadows.
Hey everyone, Matt Wilson here, and welcome back to the Shadow Frequency. Tonight we're heading to the rolling hills of Tennessee, back to the early 19th century to unpack a story that's haunted American folklore for over 200 years. It's the tale of the Bell Witch, a spectral entity so relentless, so terrifying, that it's been called the most documented haunting in U.S. history. Grab a blanket, folks. This one's going to send chills down your spine. Picture this. It's 1817. The Bell family, John Bell, his wife Lucy, and their 9 kids, are living on a farm in Adams, Tennessee. They're hard-working, God-fearing folks, just trying to make a life in the wilderness. But then, things get weird. It starts small. Strange noises in the night, like knocks on the walls or footsteps pacing outside. At first, they brush it off. Maybe it's animals. Maybe it's the wind. But soon, those sounds turn into something they can't ignore. By 1818, the disturbances escalate. The kids wake up screaming, their bed covers yanked off by invisible hands. Plates fly across the room, smashing in the walls. And then, the voice starts. A disembodied whisper at first, growing into a full-on cackle. A voice that knows things it shouldn't, like secrets from the family's past or events happening miles away. The Bells call it the Spirit, but the locals, they start calling it the Bell Witch. Now here's where it gets juicy. This wasn't some vague, shadowy figure. The entity had personality, sassy, spiteful, and downright cruel. It claimed to be the spirit of an old neighbor, Kate Batts, who had a land dispute with John Bell years earlier. "I'm old Kate," it would hiss, "and I'm here to torment John Bell till he's dead." And torment him it did. Slaps to the face, pinches, even yanking his hair out strand by strand. The Bell Witch wasn't playing around. The haunting didn't stay private either. Word spread, and soon people from all over were showing up at the farm. Neighbors, preachers, even skeptics, hoping to witness the chaos. One visitor, a guy named William Porter, said he wrestled with the witch one night when it tried to smother him with a blanket. He described it as a force he could feel, but couldn't see. Even future President Andrew Jackson reportedly stopped by in 1819. Legend says his men were so spooked, one claiming a voice threatened to whip him, that they hightailed it out of there before dawn. But what made this spirit so angry? Some say it was Kate Batts' revenge for that land deal gone wrong. Others think it was something darker, a demon maybe, or a force tied to the land itself. The Bell's farm sat near a cave, and that cave's got its own creepy reputation. Locals still say it's a hotspot for weird vibes, and some claim the witch never really left. All right, we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll dive into the witch's most infamous act, the death of John Bell, and what happened to the family after. Plus some modern-day encounters that'll make you wonder if this spirit's still lurking. Stay tuned.
Hey, Shadow Frequency listeners, Juniper here. How wild is this Bell Witch story so far? I mean, a spirit with attitude, terrorizing a family and scaring off Andrew Jackson? You're probably wondering, is this for real or just frontier gossip gone wild? Well, stick around, because Matt's about to unpack the creepiest part yet, the witch's deadly finale and some eerie updates from today. If you're loving this, hit that like and subscribe button. Follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, and Podbean, plus all your favorite podcast directories. Let's keep the frequency buzzing. Now, let's get back to Matt and the Bell Witch.
Welcome back to the Shadow Frequency. Before the break, we left the Bell family in the grip of a relentless spirit, one that called itself Kate and seemed hell-bent on making John Bell's life miserable. Well, it didn't stop at misery. On December 20th, 1820, John Bell died, and the witch took credit. Here's how it went down. John had been sick for days, weak and bedridden, with this strange vial of black liquid found near his bed. The family tested it, gave a drop to the cat, and the poor thing keeled over dead. Then as John took his last breath, that cackling voice rang out. I gave old Jack a big dose, and that fixed him. The witch laughed through his funeral too, mocking the mourners. Doctors called it poison, but no one could explain where it came from. After John's death, the activity slowed. The witch even told the family it'd leave, for 7 years anyway. Sure enough, it came back in 1828, harassing John's widow, Lucy, and their son, John Jr. Then it faded again. But here's the kicker. People still report weird stuff near that old Bell farm today. Visitors to the Bell Witch Cave say they hear whispers or feel sudden cold spots. Photos come out with unexplained shadows. One guy in 2008 claimed something scratched his arm while he was exploring the cave. 3 long marks, like fingernails. So what was the Bell Witch? A vengeful ghost, a poltergeist, or something we can't even wrap our heads around? Historians argue it might have been exaggerated, a mix of family stress, superstition, and tall tales. But the sheer number of witnesses, from farmers to generals, makes you wonder. And that cave, it's still there, still drawing thrill seekers. And if you're ever in Adams, Tennessee, maybe take a peek. Just don't piss off old Kate. That's all for this episode, folks. Next time we'll tackle another mystery. Until then, keep your ears open and your lights on. This is Matt Wilson signing off from The Shadow Frequency.
Thanks for tuning in to The Shadow Frequency. I'm Juniper, your producer, and we'll catch you next time for more tales from the edge of reality, sweet dreams, or maybe not.